Dry Fire Drills menu allows you to create custom dry fire drills and monitor the progress of this specific drill over time via extended statistics and graphs in the Drills app, thanks to Smart Mode. Or train with regular par time signals in classic dry fire mode. On the home screen, you will see selected dry fire drill, selected gun type, buzzer volume, sensor sensitivity, waiting time. Below is dry fire mode, classic or smart, timer programming settings, par time setup, delay before start, total time, sum of all time limits in pause intervals, pause time, reset time between repetitions, reps, number of repetitions the timer will make. You can create a drill on the SG timer or in the Drills app. To create a new drill, select Add More. The drill will get a default name. To change in, use the Drills app. The name will change on the timer too. If you delete the drill on the timer, it will be deleted in the timer, but will stay in the app. If you delete the drill in the app, it will delete both in the app and in the timer. Any settings you change in the timer or the app will be updated both in the timer and the app, regardless of where you change them. The timer and Drills app has two-way synchronization. Select your gun type. Gun type is a combination of sensor settings like sensitivity, volume, and echo filter. Gun types can be created only in the Drills app. On SG timer, you can only modify existing ones. Note that it will overwrite settings in this gun type, including in the Drills app. Choose the delay between instant, random, or custom. In classic mode, the timer will just cycle in repetitive par mode without registering any sounds. For example, time limit, 3 seconds. Pause time, 8 seconds. Repetitions, 5. Delay, random. The timer will give a start signal, count down 3 seconds, and give an end signal when the time is up. Then it will count down 8 seconds to give the time to reset and start counting down a random delay interval, 1 to 4 seconds, to make the start signal unexpected for you. Then it will give a start signal again and repeat the sequence 4 more times. In this case, you will not record your actual dry fire time. You will need to rely on your own perception to decide whether you made it before the beep or not, which is not very reliable. Sessions trained in classic mode will not appear in drill stats in the app, as there's nothing to track. In smart mode, the timer will register the actual sound of a hammer fall or any other short and distinct sound you want to capture in your training. During practice, the timer may pick up other unwanted sounds, like reload, slide, gear rattle, etc. To avoid this, use the waiting time setting in sensor setup. During the practice, after completing the final action, you need to wait the waiting time period without making any noises until you hear the end signal. For example, time limit, 3 seconds. Pause time, 8 seconds. Waiting time, 2 seconds. Delay, random. Repetitions, 5. The timer will give a start signal and count down 3 seconds. Let's say you pull the trigger at 4.3 seconds. It will not give you an end signal after 3 seconds. It will give a confirmation signal only once the waiting time interval passes after the last sound you made. In this case, at 4.3 seconds, and it will show that you are 1.3 seconds late. After the timer gives you a confirmation signal, it will count down 8 seconds to give the time to reset and start counting down a random delay interval, 1 to 4 seconds, to make the start signal unexpected for you. Then it will give a start signal again and repeat the sequence 4 more times. This allows you to see the actual time it took you to pull the trigger, reload, etc. Instead of guessing whether you pulled the trigger before during or after the end signal in classic mode. During smart dry fire, it is recommended to keep the timer on the belt facing the weapon or on a table right under the weapon. You may need to test and adjust the sensitivity to your trigger. Try to look at the timer display when you pull the trigger to make sure the timer registers the sound. You may change the mode during your training, but sessions made in classic mode will not appear in drill stats in the app, as there's nothing to track. Waiting time is a safe zone period used in smart mode of dry fire. During dry fire, there are many extraneous sounds like reload, slide, or gear rattle, which may be perceived by the timer as a hammer fall. Since hammer fall is very similar to all those other sounds in terms of loudness and sound, it makes it impossible to distinguish electronically. Therefore, the timer counts down the time from the last sound it registered, and if it doesn't register any more sounds during this period, it acknowledges this sound as a hammer fall and ends the set. For example, let's take a reload drill. Waiting time is set to 1 second. The mag drops at 0.5 seconds. Timer registers it, but does not acknowledge it as a finish yet, and starts counting 1 second. At 1.1 seconds, you insert a new mag. Timer registers the sound, but doesn't acknowledge it because it's been less than 1 second since the last sound. It starts counting 1 second again. 1.4 seconds. Slide racking sound. Same as with the previous sound. At 1.8 seconds, you pull the trigger and freeze for 1 second after that. Timer registers this sound and starts counting 1 second. And since you didn't make any more sounds after the trigger pull, it acknowledges this sound and gives an end signal. This way, you don't have a pile of unusable time codes, only the actual time of execution. You can also program the timer to your needs by adjusting the waiting time. During training in classic mode, on the screen you will see set count, set phase, time left in current phase. During training in smart mode, on the screen you will see set count, session phase. The waveform icon means the time limit is active and the timer is registering sounds. Pause icon means pause time phase, sounds captured, time left in the current phase. Checkmark means pause time phase, you met the goal. Cross means pause time phase, you didn't meet the goal. The delta between the goal and the execution time. A big number in the center of the screen means the final time confirmed by the timer. If you dry fired in classic mode, no results will be shown on the timer. The session will be saved in the activity on the timer if you filmed a video of this session. If you dry fired in smart mode, after the drill is finished, you will see the screen with all your reps. Rep number, your execution time, and on the right is the delta between your time limit and execution time. For example, if the time limit was 3 seconds and you pull the trigger in 2.71, the timer will show negative 0.29. Your results will be sent to the Drills app once you connect the timer to it. Press and hold the function button to return to the main screen. It is not necessary to have the timer always connected to the Drills app. All your history and changes you made to drills will appear in the Drills app once you connect them.